7 days ago, I just sold these 2 cases that I got from case shops for $1, and by the end of this video, we will be turning it to over $100 just by doing smart profitable trade-ups. And I will show you everything that you need to know so that you guys can also do the same. Starting with the question that most of you guys will be asking, which is how to get the right float inputs for these trade-ups. Well, my first method is by sniping low float skins in the Steam market. For example, for our first trade up in this video, we will be using 7 field tested chroma tree skins with floats less than 0.18 and 3 minimal wear fracture skins with floats less than 0.09. Now, by downloading the CSGO Float Market Checker Chrome extension, I was able to find a ton of these field tested skins with floats less than 0.18 for 7 cents each, and a bunch of low float fracture skins for 9 cents each. Now, the average float of these 10 skins will be less than 0.15, and for the outcomes, you have a 58% chance to lose around 14 to 20 cents, and around a 42% chance to profit 26 to 68 cents with these 3 outcomes. First attempt for this video, we got a loss, and for the second attempt, we got a profit outcome, but it's the worst profit outcome sadly. Now, to help you guys start out with doing trade-ups, I will give you guys an AK Empress somewhere in this video, so make sure to keep watching. Now, for the second trade-up, we will be doing an industrial grade 2018 nuke trade up, and where you will be using 9 minimal wear skins with floats less than 0.09 and 1 factory new skin with float less than 0.03. And if you do it right, the average float of the 10 skins will be less than 0.0842, and for the outcomes, you have a 3/4 chance to lose around 13 cents and a 1/4 chance to gain $1. And this will be a very profitable trade up, so let's spam it out. First attempt, we got the worst possible outcome, and for my second attempt, we got another loss. Now, we have been really unlucky in this AWP trade up so far, and if we hit another loss outcome, I don't think we have enough balance to try out one more of these trade ups. So for my third attempt, ooh, that's another loss. So upon computing my profits and losses, our Steam balance did actually end up to be 73 cents, which is just enough to try out one more of these trade ups. So for the last attempt of this trade up, this will be a do or die, since if you don't hit the AWP, we will have too little balance and you'll probably need to restart this challenge. So for my fourth attempt, yeah, yeet. Nice boys, we got the AWP. Now, the second way that I recommend you guys to get some low float inputs is by setting up Steam buy orders. As an example, for the second trade up, we will be using 10 StatShack Field Tested Dreams and Nightmare skins, and to do this trade up, the average float of the 10 skins needs to be less than 0.1972. So you can set up buy orders on these skins for 12 to 13 cents each, and if you get some terrible float skins, you can sell it for around 14 cents each and you won't lose any money to Steam tax. But if you are a bit too impatient like me, you can just sell it back for 13 cents each, and you will lose 1 cent, but it is fine since this trade up is so freaking profitable. Now, I personally use a mix of using buy orders and also sniping skins in the Steam market. But going back to the trade up, for the outcomes, the M41 will give you a $2.50 profit, then the USP will give you a $1.60 profit, the Bison will be around a 5 cents loss, and the Zombie Offensive and the GSTG1 Dream Glade will give you losses of 30 to 80 cents. And as you can see, this trade up is insanely profitable, so let's hope to get a profit here. First attempt, we hit the Bison, and another one, and another one, and another. Just kidding guys, I got the M41, which is insanely nice. Now, in my estimates, I lost around 25 cents to getting bad float skins with buy orders, so let's just round that up to 30 cents, and that now puts us to $3.78 for our Steam balance. Now, one thing to note before we move on is that I am cheating a bit on this challenge. This challenge is not possible to do within 1 week because every time you sell an item on the Steam market, they will hold your funds for 1 day for security purposes. So I have a bit more money in the bank right now and I'll just treat it as if my Steam funds were not held. Next trade up, let's go with the low risk trade up, but it is not really low risk since we could lose almost all our Steam balance. But anyway, this will be our first restricted trade up in where we will be using 10 restricted field tested Spectrum 2 skins. Now, the average float of the 10 skins needs to be less than 0.1763, and for the outcomes, you get a $2.50 profit with the M41, then a 40 cents profit with the Revolver, and around a $2 loss with the Bison High Roller. So, Gaben, please give me anything but the Bison in 3, 2, 1. Oh, nice! We actually hit the best outcome. What the hell? Next trade up, let's go with the factory new version of the third trade up that I showed. So you'll be using 10 StatShack Milmore Dreams and Nightmare skins, and the average float of the 10 skins needs to be less than 0.0921, and for the outcomes, you get a $5.20 profit with the USP, a $4.50 profit with the M4A1, and around an 80 cents to as much as a $2.30 loss with any of the other outcomes. So this is quite high risk, but let's hope to get any of the profit outcomes. First attempt, we hit the Bison Space Cat, which is now an 80 cents loss, so that will sting a bit. And for the second attempt, we did get an M4A1, which is quite nice. Now, as promised, I'll be giving away an AK Empress in this video, and all you have to do is like, subscribe, and comment anything you want down below. Next trade up, we will be doing a very profitable Chroma Tree trade up, in where we will be using 6 StatShack Milmore Chroma Tree skins and 4 StatShack Factory New Chroma Tree skins. Now, the average float of the 10 skins needs to be less than 0.07, and the total cost will be around $6.70. And for the outcomes, the best outcome will be the XM Black Tie, which will be more than a $10 profit. Then the SSG will give us a $7 profit, the Galil will give us a break even, and these two outcomes will be very bad losses of around $3, so let's hope not to hit those two. Now, I was only able to get one attempt of this trade up, and we freaking flopped so hard. Next trade up, we will be doing a trade up for a StatShack Milmore AK Slate, and we will be using 6 StatShack Field Tested Snakebite skins with an average float less than 0.19, and 4 StatShack Milmore Dreams and Nightmare skins with floats less than 0.09. Now, the average float should be less than 0.15, and for the outcomes, we have a 12% chance to get the AK Slate, which will be a $10 profit. Then we have a 28% chance to get any of these 3 skins, which will be some decent profits. But then we will have a flat out 60% chance to lose around $1.70. So let's hope to be on the green here. So for my only attempt of this trade up, not this revolver, this is from a buy order for a future trade up, but we still hit a loss outcome, so that is quite sad. Next trade up, this will be a Mil-Spec StatShack trade up, in where we will be using 6 StatShack Milmore Prisma 2 skins with floats less than 0.093 and 4 StatShack Factory New Fracture skins with floats less than 0.035. Now, the average float of the 10 skins will be less than 0.07. And for the outcomes, we have a 60% chance to get any of the Prisma 2 skins, which will all be some good profits. Then these two outcomes will also be some small profits, and we only have a 24% chance to lose some money with these 3 outcomes. But let's still hope to get these 3 outcomes, since they will be more than a $3 profit. Please give me a Prisma 2 skin, any of the Prisma 2 skins will be fine. Ooh, we got a Fracture skin, but that is a profit outcome, so we'll take it. Now, the third and final way that I recommend you guys to get some low float skins is by using the sponsor of this video, Skins Monkey. Are you looking for low float skins for your trade ups? Well, I just found this low float skin for the Sprint Stream trade up easily on Skins Monkey. So Skins Monkey is a site where you can trade your skins safely and easily to get those nasty CS2 skins. And for you guys, Skins Monkey and I are giving out a free $5 on your first trade if you put in my code elsu. They're also giving away a bunch of free skins, and using my code you can get a 35% bonus on your deposits. So make sure to check them out, link is in the description. Now for the next trade up, we will be using 9 StatShack Milmore Revolution skins with an average float less than 0.095 and 1 StatShack Factory New Revolution skin with an average float less than 0.035. And the average float of the 10 skins will turn out to be less than 0.0875. And for the outcomes, the M4A1 will give us more than a $7.55 profit, then the Glock will give us a $1.53 profit, the P90 will be a break even, and these two outcomes will be some bad losses. So let's hope to get profit here. Ooh, we actually hit it, nice! So we are so back, boys, that now puts us again to more than 2 digits. So let's try our luck again with another AK Slate trade up. And this time we'll be using 6 Milmore Snakebite skins and 4 Factory New Danger Zone skins. And for this trade up, we have a 12% chance to get the AK Slate, which will be around a $6 profit. Then the rest of the outcomes will be some small losses. So let's try to hit an AK here. Ooh, unlucky, but that's the second best outcome we could have gotten, so we'll take it. But that is still a loss, and that now puts us to $14.07. Next trade up, we will be doing this faction trade up, in where we will be using 4 StatShack Field Tested faction skins with floats less than 0.195 and 6 StatShack Milmore Fracture skin with an average float less than 0.095. Now the average float will turn out to be less than 0.1346, and for the outcomes you get a $12 profit with the Evil Daimyo, then some decent profits with these 3 outcomes, and a small loss with the rest of the outcomes. So let's hope to get lucky over here. Ooh, holy fuck, we actually hit it, what the fuck? Now with that hit, let's test out our luck with this StatShack Factory New AK Slate trade up, where we will be using 6 StatShack Minimal Rare Snakebite skins with an average float less than 0.093, and 4 StatShack Factory New Fracture skins with an average float less than 0.035. Now we only have a 12% chance to get an AK Slate, but that will be a $32 profit, and that will be insane if we get it, so let's try to hit one right now. So I got terrible diarrhea right now, which I got either from eating eggs that have been in the fridge for too long or broccoli that was turning a bit too yellow, so fuck my life right now. But anyway, first attempt, we hit a loss outcome, and then another loss outcome, but then we do hit the profit outcome, but that could have been an AK Slate. It's quite unlucky. Next trade up, let's go with this 2018 Nuke trade up, in where we'll be using 10 minimal rare Nuke skins, and the average float of the 10 skins needs to be less than 0.10. And for the outcomes, you have a 1/3 chance to get a $4 profit, then a 1/3 chance to get the break even, and another 1/3 chance to get a $2.60 loss. So the recording was bugging, but we did hit the worst outcome, which is quite unlucky. Next trade up, we will be trying out this minimal rare AK Ice Cold trade up, in where we will be using 10 field tested recoil skins. Now the average float of the 10 skins needs to be less than 0.1948, and for the outcomes, we get a $5 profit with the AK Ice Cold, then a break even with the P250 and a $2 loss with the sawed-off Kislev. First attempt, we hit the P250, which is fine. But it is getting a bit too boring, so let's go with the factory new version of this trade up. Basically it's the same trade up, but now we'll be using 10 minimal rare recoil skins, and the average float of the 10 skins needs to be less than 0.0909. And for the outcomes, you get a $9 profit with the AK, then again a break even with the P250 and the $5 loss with the sawed-off Kislev. So Lord Gaben, we are in a bit of a dry streak so far, but Lord Gaben, I am praying for you, please give me luck on this one in 3, 2, 1... Nice! So let's now stop being a pussy and let's go on with the more expensive trade-ups. And for our first expensive trade-up, we'll be doing this restricted StatShack Breakout trade-up, in where we'll be using 10 StatShack Field Tested Breakout skins. Now the average float needs to be less than 0.214, and if you do it right, the Deagle Conspiracy will give you more than an $8.30 profit, then the Glock will give you a $7.70 profit, and we have a 1/3 chance to lose money with the 5.7, which will be an $11 loss. So this will be big if we lose it, so Lord Gibbon, please give me luck on one more trade up in 3, 2, 1... Nice! Okay, so those trade-ups now puts us to more than $30, so we are getting quite near to a knife, so let's continue our luck. Next trade-up will be Restricted Revolution trade-up, in where we will be using 6 minimal Revolution skins with an average float less than 0.093, which you can get for around 78 cents each, and 4 factory new Prisma 2 skins with an average float less than 0.035, which you can get for around $1.60 each. Now the average float will be less than 0.07, and for the outcomes, we get a $3.40 profit with the 8LP, then around a $1 to $2 profit with these 3 outcomes, and a small loss with these 2 outcomes. But it will be only a small loss, so let's try it out. Ooh, we hit the worst outcome. Next trade up, let's go with another cheap trade up to get rid for bad luck. And you'll be using 6 field tested Gamma 2 skins with an average float less than 0.19, which you can get for around 41 cents each, and 4 minimal rare Spectrum 2 skins with an average float less than 0.09, which you can get for around 61 to 62 cents each. Now we will be getting a $4 profit with the M4A4, then a $2 profit with the Bloodsport, a $1 profit with the M4A1, and a small loss with the rest of the outcomes. Now I know that I said that I wanted to get rid of my bad luck with this trade up, but we somehow hit the M4A for Decimal Space, and hopefully our good luck hasn't ran out so far. Next trade up, we will be doing a Restricted Horizon trade up, in where we will be using 6 minimal rare Horizon skins with an average float less than 0.093, which you can get for around $1.32 each, and 4 factory new glove skins with an average float less than 0.035, which you can get for around $1.16 each. Now for the outcomes, we have a 1/5 chance to get the M4A1, which will give us a $27 profit. Then the rest of the Horizon outcomes will only be some small losses, but the glove outcomes will be some decent losses. So I'll be fine with hitting any of the Horizon skins. That's the Horizon outcome, but that could have been an M4A1. Next trade up, we will be doing a Restricted Wildfire trade up, in where we will be using 6 minimal rare Wildfire skins with floats less than 0.093, And for Factory New Dreams and Nightmare skins, it floats less than 0.035. Now for the outcomes, you have a 60% chance to get any of the Wildfire skins, which will be around a $14 to $17 profit. Then we have a 40% chance to lose only $10. So let's try this out. So this is a little bit risky, but yes, we got the Wildfire skin. On to the next trade up. This will just be the StatTrack version of one of the trade ups that I just showed. So we'll be using 10 StatTrack Minimal Recall skins, which floats less than 0.0909, but this will be a big boy version of that trade up. Since we have a 1/3 chance to get the Ice Cold, which will be a $33 profit, then again the P250 will only be a small profit, and with the Sawed Off you can get a bit of overpay, but you will be losing around $10 to $12 if you get this outcome. So let's try it out. 3, 2, 1. Fuck yeah, that's massive, boys. Now on to the next trade up. This will be a very weird trade up in where we'll be using 5 field tested Horizon skins, which you can get for around $3.65 each, and also 10 field tested Prisma 1 skins, which you can get for around $1.60. Now the only thing you need to make sure about this trade up is that the average float of the 10 skins must be less than 0.1875. Now for the outcomes, this is a little bit of a risky trade up. So this will be a 50-50 trade up. The AK will give us a $35 profit, then the M4A4 will give us a $12 profit, then the Deagle will give you a small loss of around $2. It will come out in a low float, so you can get some overpay for it, but the only thing you don't really want is the 5.7, since this will give you a $20 loss. But anyway, this is a massive trade up, so can you please hit it? Ooh, we got a boring outcome. That is a small loss, but let's try again. 3, 2, 1. Nice! Now overall, I ended up with $112, and after scrolling through the Steam market, I decided to buy off this Survival Knife Scorched, which is really nice. But anyway, if you would like to see a more in-depth explanation on how to get low float skins for trade-ups, make sure to check out this video. And if you would like to see the top 10 best profitable trade-ups in 2024, make sure to check out this video.